Hello. So today I am making what I'm hoping will be a helpful video. So, as I'm sure a lot of you are aware, Brexit happened, and for us expats, it basically means that we have to re-register. So I need to get a registration card to replace the paper certificate I have. So this video is going to be about how that goes. So to begin with, I did a bit of research. I found a video on YouTube that talks about what was going to happen, how it was going to be organized, all, very kind of top line stuff. But at least it gave me an idea. But I'm like, okay, I'm still a little bit unclear. I don't really know who to talk to. What can I do? So I've joined a number of kind of expat type groups on Facebook. One in particular I would recommend is Brits in Poland. Because in there, I found about 4 or 5 different posts that were incredibly helpful. So these posts they'll talk to you about the process. They will show you how to give you examples of the forms filled in, and they'll tell you about people's experiences. Maybe what went wrong, what went right, and it tends to come I was focusing very much on Warsaw, but their advice will be applicable to the other voivodeships as well. So the process for me, as I say, once I kind of knew the information and I knew the link, and I'll put the link in the comments. So the link basically takes you to the government website, and it takes you to like a booking screen. And on this booking screen, you have to log in, so you have to have like an account. And then when you're there, you have to select which city you're in, or which voivodeship you're in, sorry. And then once you do that, you go to schedule, and like a kind of calendar will come up, and you get to pick various dates. Now, I was actually quite surprised because there were a lot of free dates, so I had a lot of flexibility over the time that I could book the appointment. I guess there aren't too many British people in Warsaw, maybe, or at least not enough to make this kind of like incredibly difficult. So okay, first things first, that's all right. So then so you book your appointment, but you also have to fill in a number of forms, and this is where it can get slightly tricky. So I found that there were 2 forms basically. So there's one form if you haven't registered before and you want to kind of register from scratch, and then there's another form if you're registering but you already have a registration certificate. So that's the one I found, but to get to that, basically I had to go to the main government website, look for a whole series of different pages about Brexit, to get that information. So what I've got now is this, a folder full of documents. Now, I'm not going to show you the documents because obviously there's some sensitive information on there, but just to give you a heads up of all the documentation that so far I've found you need to bring. I hope I haven't missed anything, or else this could be painful. But firstly, you need a passport, a copy of the passport. Make sure you take the original, just in case. You need to have 3 copies of the actual Brexit form, which all have to be filled in Polish. So I was really grateful when I found this post in Brits in Poland that basically said, okay, this is what you have to fill in for the different things. Because the form is in English, it has English on there, so it's not like completely crazy. But when you have to write stuff in Polish, you're always a little bit, what should I put here? So hopefully the example shared on the internet will be fine. If not, well, we'll find out. So there's also like a declaration form as well, and that's just a quick, like, you know, what dates did you come into the country, how long have you been here, give your signature, date it, done. I'm also taking a copy of my work contract because they want to see proof of employment, because at the end of the day, you're registering to live here, you've got to prove that you got an income. I think an alternative to that is like bank statements to show that you're receiving income while you're here. I'm also taking a copy of my like rental agreement because, you know, again, proof that you're living somewhere, that you have somewhere to stay. And I'm taking 2 passport photos. Well, I'm taking 3 just in case, but I'm 2. So there are a few places like Photo Joker, for example, here, where you can go and have those done. So yeah, they'll want those for the card. And I think that's it. If I encounter anything else, I'll make a little edit and add that in. But yeah, I think that's all the documentation. So anyway, so I've filled in my documentation, booked my appointment, and in about half an hour, I'm walking to the metro, heading down to Polytechnica, and then walking to the office, which is on Marshalkowska Street, 3 to 5, I believe. I'll be honest, I'm nervous. The feedback online says that these people speak English and that they're helpful, so I'm really hoping and really praying that I've done everything right, and I don't have to go back more than necessary. You don't get the card, so when I go there, I'll have to give my fingerprints, you know, because I could be a criminal. And I'll actually have to wait some time before the card is ready. So I'll find out from them how they'll inform me. I'm hoping there'll be a text message. That is always the easiest way, right? But cool. Okay, so the next time you see me, I will be out in the field. So I'd say wish me luck, but by the time you see this video, hopefully it's all done and dusted. So I'm, you know, praying for my own luck. But thank you, and see you in a second. So 99% successful. I had all the right documentation. However, I didn't bring the original signed confirmation of work. So I need to get that from my office and come back within the next couple of weeks. But overall, to be honest, it wasn't that bad. They helped me with correcting a few mistakes on the form. They, you know, were very helpful. I didn't have to wait for the appointment. It was basically bang on time. So I'm feeling a lot of relief. It's frustrating that I have to come back with another document, but you know, this is what it's like. So yeah, and then they're going to send me a text. Okay, security asked me to move on. So they're going to send me a text just to confirm when I can go and pick up my new residence card, which looks like it will be in just over a month, so that's not too bad. So all in all, very relieved. Glad that all the paperwork was fine, except for the one thing, and that's an easy thing to go in. So yeah, I think I need a drink, but it's still working hours, so okay.